Hi everyone, how's it going? As you can see from the thumbnail, I'm a new YouTuber. My channel is 1 week old today. In that time, I've uploaded a few videos and some shorts, and so far I've gained 2 subscribers and just over 100 views. So I'm happy with that. Everyone has to start somewhere, right? So I don't think that's too terrible. But you can also see from the thumbnail that I made a rookie mistake. So yesterday, I decided I was going to go to my local thrift store and film what's on the shelves. I like watching YouTube videos myself and subscribe to several thrift shoppers, and I like seeing what's on the shelves in the USA or other countries or other Canadian provinces. And quite often I see things and I'm like, oh, I wish I could have bought that, or I wish I was there. But anyway, so yesterday, like I said, I decided I was going to go to the thrift store and film. So I warmed up the car because it is winter and snowy here. And I drove over to the thrift store, and outside, I started filming the outside of the building. And then I went inside and filmed the inside of the building. And I was moving along the furniture and looking at this and looking at that and showing what was on the shelves. And this particular thrift store doesn't have any clothing, so it's all the kind of stuff I like because I don't really bother with clothing at thrift stores. And as I was filming, I was being very careful not to film anybody else. And that's another side point. I don't know if there's any rules against filming. I didn't see any signs saying don't videotape, no photography, anything like that. So I was just as discreet as I could be. Anyway, so I was going up and down the aisles, like I said, and I was picking things up here and there and pulling them up to the camera and showing the price and, just doing my thing. And by the time I was done, I bought a couple of things, and then I left, and I figured I had a good 20 minutes of content. And even once I edited it, I figured I'd still have at least 15 minutes. So it would have been a decent sized video. So then I decided to go over to Goodwill and do the same thing. And there, again, I was there for another half hour, bought a couple things, went up and down the aisle, filmed things, just the same thing I did at the other store. And then I spent the rest of the day out with a friend. This morning I decided to edit, and I pulled it up and put it into the video into the editing software. And I kind of looked at it and went, it looks strange. Something's not right. And then I realized I had filmed everything vertically instead of horizontally. I know, not a big deal to anybody else. And honestly, none of you would have known any different if I hadn't said anything about it, but it was still a major annoyance because I feel like I wasted so much time. The good thing about it, though, is usually if I make a mistake like that, I make it once and it won't happen again. So that's good. And another thing on the bright side, it was good practice because I am by no means a videographer. So next time I go better, and every time I do it, it'll get better. But that was just a mistake I shouldn't have made. I do know better. I just wasn't thinking, and these things happen. So it's unfortunate. And then that was what I had planned to upload today. And when I started this channel, I promised myself I'd do 2 videos a week. So I've just decided to pivot and do something else today. I could go back. I thought, well, maybe I could go back and do it again, but honestly, it's still cold. It's still snowy, and I don't feel like going out today. So I'm just going to show some of my 2025 finds thus far. They're not all vintage, but I've still found a few nice pieces, and that's just the way I'm going to carry on, and better luck next week. So this is one of my 2025 finds. It's called a Tree of Life, and it's a large crystal with some smaller crystals and then a nice silver tree. It came in the box. I paid $4.50. called an Eternity Crystal Wishing Thread. This is the Tree of Life. And it says the Tree of Life brings healing and nurturing to one's life, connecting all forms of life to Mother Earth. The Tree of Life represents the deep union between physical beings and the cycle of life. I just like the colors. I think it's really beautiful. And I haven't found a place to hang it yet. I have it hanging here just to show you, but I haven't found a permanent home for it yet, but I will. And last week, when I posted a video, I showed this vase that is iris and herringbone pattern. And this is a candlestick I found yesterday. It's clear, but this is the same pattern, iris and herringbone. This one dates from the 30s to the 50s, and you can see the pattern here. There's a nice iris in the middle and the same pattern that's on the base. This is a nice find I got yesterday at Goodwill for $4. It's a very large candle pillar holder. I just like the shine and the silver. And on the bottom, there's a price tag here that says that it was $45 and it was on sale for $26.99. So I feel like I got a deal. These guys I got at our free store. We have a couple of free stores in my city that are run by Waste Management, and it keeps things out of the landfill. And people can go in and choose items for free. They just have to weigh them as they leave. They're very lightweight, wooden. I believe they're hand carved and painted. And I just couldn't leave them there. I just thought they were cute, and they sit on a shelf in my home now. This one is just a Holly Hobby mug from 1978. The date is on the bottom. It's a good thing I know how to read Roman numerals. I'm that old. I learned how. It says, "Happy is the home that welcomes a friend." And as a child, I quite enjoyed Holly Hobby. I had one and then several little accessories and things. So this was at that same free store. It's a 1,000-piece puzzle. I like doing jigsaw puzzles. And Malign Lake Jasper National Park, that's here in Alberta where I live. This lake is about 4.5-hour drive from me. And that's exactly how it looks. It's beautiful. This is another thing I found. I paid 50 cents for it at one of the thrift stores. I don't remember which one. But it's made by Wilton, which is a good name in cake decorating and cake supplies. And it's just a cake stand, Disney fairies. It's got the stand. It's got some treat bags for a party, that type of thing. And it's still sealed in the box. And there's the other side of the box. So I'll likely sell it eventually. I don't know. I don't really have a use for it, but for 50 cents, I didn't want to leave it there. And that's it for today. Just a few finds from 2025 so far. There's a lot more to come. The year's early yet. We're just getting started. And thank you for tuning in. And I hope you'll like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next one.